Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. Top 10 tips on how to be a strategic survivor. Tip number 1, do not go to the closest gen. The reason is you want to avoid a chase early on in the game. You want to often go to a generator that is closer to the one you spawned by, or that's a little further to the one you spawned by. Oftentimes, killers will overlook these generators and they won't really pay attention to this. This will give you enough time to complete the generator without any interruptions. Tip number 2, do not lead the killer to other survivors. It is considered rude and it's usually frowned upon because it feels like you're sabotaging the progress of generators. This will also give the killer upper advantage, knowing where most of the group of survivors are at if there's more than just one or two on one gen. Tip number 3, stealth play. Usually stealth plays are often commonly used to hide from the killer. Killers will spend more time looking for one survivor than they will spend more time in a chase or hitting gens. So oftentimes a stealth play is the biggest disadvantage a killer can have. Tip number 4, patience. You want to have patience. Just because the exit gates are powered does not mean you should go for them. You don't know if the killer has Blood Warden or if the killer is gatekeeping. If the killer has Blood Warden, all you need to do is hide and wait out the Blood Warden for a few minutes. If the killer is gatekeeping, make sure you wait until another survivor hops onto a different gate to have that chase. Once that other survivor's on chase, you are safe to go for that gate and to escape. Tip number 5, be cautious. If a killer hooks a survivor near you, it could mean he's more likely to be coming toward that gate to try to stop you from opening it. If he oftentimes, on rare occasions, he'll move away to go after another survivor. But it's always good to kind of hide after, like, your exit gate's at 50% or 30%. Just so you know if he's coming towards you, he will just see that it's barely open, you won't really see where you're at. Tip number 6, grab and go. What does grab and go mean? It means if the killer made a mistake in hooking by the exit, simply open the exit or 9-9 the gate. Don't worry about the killer camping or being near, because it's more likely they're going to be in chase with that survivor to protect their hook. So if you have a chance to go and grab the survivor and both get out, do it. It's best that you go and do it than deciding just to leave and not grab them at all. Tip number 7, partner up. This is the most common advice, but the most shortest point. If you partner up with another survivor, if you see another survivor on a generator, help them out. The reason is the meter progresses slower when you're by yourself, even with a gen rushing build. But it progresses faster when you're with a survivor. What also makes this even better, and it feels like an insta-done type thing, is a gen rushing build and a toolbox with a new part in it. This will oftentimes be very beneficial in getting things done quick and easy. Tip number 8, hit good skill checks. If you're so focused on hitting great skill checks, the problem is you're at more risk to blowing a gen. If you blow a gen, it can notify the killer where your position is. This is also bad if you're partnering up with another team member or if you're working alone. Again, you don't want to give your position away. You want to be as stealthy as possible. Tip number 9, go for useful items. Don't be so focused on the rarity. The rarity of the items are as good as the match. By what I mean are as good as the match is if you're having a shitty match and you have a rare item, you have more than likely of a chance to lose that item. You should always go for the items, but the most useful items are any add-ons that could be for like repair boxes, keys, maps, etc. Anything that can extend the duration or add more charges to repairing a generator or to trying to figure out where the hatch is, you should go first. That will benefit you more than anything else. Last but not least, the most important rule, do not fast vault. Unless you're looping or being chased by the killer, you should fast vault. You should not fast vault if you're going to a gen or if you're nowhere near the killer. What this does is it'll notify the killer where you're at or where you currently been in. And this will oftentimes give the killer an upper hand. If you enjoyed the video or you want to see more videos that are familiar to this, leave a like and leave a subscribe. This is a small click for you, but a big click for me.